Elizabeth Morgan, and I'm the environmental educator with the City of Rock Hill. And I'm here with Mrs. Chapman, first grade teacher at Westminster Catawba Christian School and Clean and Green board member. And we're going to bring you our Follow the Bottle lesson today. So, students, what would happen if I walked in and just started doing this in your classroom?
You're littering.
I'm littering?
Yeah.
What's litter?
Trash.
Trash?
On the ground.
On the ground. Yeah, trash where it doesn't belong is litter. Does litter belong on your classroom floor?
No.
No. Why not? I mean, who cares?
It's bad.
It's dirty and it's bad, but why?
It hurts the environment.
How does it hurt our environment?
It's gonna kill animals.
Yeah, so litter is bad for animals. So when we have litter outside, like at parks or on the river or on the lakes, animals can get into that litter and they might see it and it might smell good or it might be shiny and they think, oh, I should go check that out. And they might
try to eat it.
Yeah, they can try to eat it and it can give them a tummy ache, or sometimes they can get like tangled up in it and they get stuck and then they can't go find food or do other things. So litter is really harmful for animals. That's a good reason not to litter. What's another reason not to litter? What do you think?
It's gonna be bad for the earth.
The earth, yeah. So it's bad for the earth. There can be different toxins and different things that can get in our soils. What about if there was litter all over this classroom, this beautiful classroom, and a new student walked in and saw litter all over the floor? What would they think about that?
They would be very angry.
Yeah, they might be angry because it doesn't look good. And what else?
They'd be mad because they're gonna have to live in a dirty environment.
Yeah, they'd have to be in a dirty environment, their classroom. Do you think that they would know what to do with their litter, their trash?
Yes.
What do you think they would do with it?
Put it in the trash can.
Well, I would hope so, but if they saw that everybody else in the class just threw it on the floor, what do you think they might do?
They just chuck it backwards.
Yeah, they'd just throw it on the floor too. So when we see litter in a community, sometimes that makes more litter because people come into the community and say, well, these people don't care and they throw out litter, so I guess I can throw out litter too, and they throw out litter. So litter makes more litter. So that's another reason not to litter. It's harmful for our community, it's harmful for animals, and it's harmful for the environment. So what should we do when we see litter? What do you think?
Pick it up.
Pick it up. So I'm going to pick up all this litter down here. Oh, and Mrs. Chapman helped me. Now, did Mrs. Chapman throw this litter on the ground?
No.
No, she did not. But did she help me pick it up?
Yeah.
She did. So when we see litter, even when we're not the ones that throw it on the ground, we can be the ones to help clean it up. Like in our communities, in our neighborhoods, around our schools, in our churches, around where we like to play, we can go out and pick up litter. And at the City of Rock Hill, we can help you do that. We have litter grabbers, we have trash bags, safety vests, gloves, so we can help you pick up litter safely. So you can call us and go out with your family and go out and clean up litter around your neighborhood, and that is a great way to help us keep our community clean. So when people come to Rock Hill, they think, oh my gosh, this community looks so good, I would never litter here, because the people here really care about where they live. So you guys can help me do that. So we know we can put our trash where? Where should we put our trash if we don't litter?
In the trash can.
In the trash can. What's another place we put our trash? What do you think? If we don't put it in the trash can, where do we put it?
The recycling bin?
In the recycling bin. Can we put whatever we want in the recycling bin?
No.
No, we have to put the right things in the recycling bin. So what happens when we recycle? What happens?
It goes to the recycle place.
Yeah, you're right. And what do they do with it at the recycling place?
They take it and they reproduce it.
They reproduce it? What do they make it into? What do you think?
Toys.
Could be toys. Yeah, what else?
New items.
New items. So recycling is when we take something we've used, we make it into something new, and we use it again, right? So we make that full circle where instead of having to get new resources, we reuse what we already have. So we're going to do a little experiment today. Are you guys ready for an experiment?
Yeah.
We're going to see if we can turn this bottle, what is this bottle made out of?
Plastic.
If we can turn this bottle into this shirt. Do you think we can do that?
Yes.
You do? All right. Well, let's see if we can make it happen. So first, we have our bottle. All right. So we have our friend here, and this is Billy. And Billy drinks a soda. So we see Billy drinking the soda, and he drinks it all gone. And so once Billy has drank the soda, what should Billy do with it? Because now it's empty.
Recycle.
Yeah, so Billy's going to take that plastic bottle and he's going to put it in the recycle bin, all right? So let's pretend we got a recycle bin over here. We're going to put it in our recycle bin. And after it goes in the recycle bin and Billy puts it on the curb on his recycle day, what happens to it next?
It gets in the recycle truck.
That's right. The nice City of Rockville people come and pick it up in the recycle truck, or you might take it to the collection centers and it goes in the bin. So after that, what happens? What happens to it?
It goes to the recycle place.
That's right. We call it the Material Recovery Facility. So here in Rock Hill, our material goes to the Material Recovery Facility in York, and it gets separated into different materials. So once it's there, everything gets separated. So all
color.
by colors or by item. So plastic goes with plastic, metal goes with metal, aluminum goes with aluminum. Everything gets sorted into its different bins. And then after it's sorted, do you know what happens next?
It gets melted.
Yeah,
Gosh.
well, after it leaves there, it goes to another factory for just the plastic bottles. And before it gets melted, well, before that, it's chopped up into little pieces. So we have an example of those little pieces right here. We call it flake because it kind of looks like snowflake. And I'm going to walk back here so my friends can see all of this plastic flake. So we call this flake, and you can see it's all the same color. So it's separated into colors, just like you said, and then chopped up in these little bitty pieces. So then, what did you tell me happens after it's chopped up?
It gets burnt.
It gets melted, that's right. So all those little pieces go into like a big pot, like your family might make food in. And all those pieces are melted down into like a thick, goopy plastic. And then once they're melted down, what do you think happens next?
Reproduction.
Well, it gets made into thread.
Pieces of thread.
Pieces of thread. So there's this machine called an extruder that blows hot air, cold air on the hot liquid as it goes through these teeny tiny little holes. So it pushes the liquid through holes, it blows cold air on it, and it hardens that liquid into a thread. And that thread
Makes it into clothes.
yeah, so it ends up looking just like, kind of like cotton. If you've ever seen cotton before, that's exactly what it looks like. So this is made from a plastic bottle. It looks just like regular cotton that could be made into thread. So once it's done, made into thread, do you know what happens after that?
It gets go to another factory.
It goes to another factory, that's right.
And
So they put it all on a truck as it goes to another factory. There we go. And what happens after it goes to that next factory? Who knows?
It gets into clothes. Made into clothing.
That's right. So then they make it into thread and they put it on loom and they make patterns and it's made into either a shirt or a jacket or sometimes jeans or blankets, all kinds of things.
That uses thread.
That uses thread. That's right. Anything that uses thread. Oh, we lost it. So once it's made into the clothing, so here we have an example of some of the things it can be made into. Scarves, carpets, jackets. Once it's made into clothing, then what happens to it?
People wear it.
Yes. So how do we go get it so that we can wear it?
Store.
That's right. So then it goes to a store, and once it's in the store, people can go in
Billy.
and they can buy it. So yeah, look, we got Billy again. Billy was the one who drank our soda. Billy goes in the store, and Billy buys the jacket made out of the soda bottle that he recycled. So that is what we call full circle. We started up here with Billy, who drank the soda bottle. put it in the recycle bin, goes to the recycling center, gets separated into colors and items, gets ground up into pieces. Those pieces are melted. The melted pieces are made into thread, goes to another factory, is made into clothing and items, then it goes to the store and we can buy it again. So this shirt that I showed you at the beginning, as you can see, it says right on the back. How many bottles made this shirt?
8.
8 bottles were used to make this shirt. And the company that makes this shirt is in North Carolina, and they get their bottles from North and South Carolina. So there's a good chance that if you've recycled a plastic bottle, it is part of this shirt right here. This could be a bottle you drank out of. And this brand called Recover is sold in places like Target and Walmart and stores in the mall. So it really could be something you could buy and use again. So that's how we recycle. That's how things are made into something new. And we know why we recycle, to save our landfill space and save our resources. And the next important thing we have to know is what to recycle. Because you told me we can't just put anything in the recycle bin. So why don't you tell me some things that can be recycled?
Plastic.
Plastic, yes. Can we recycle all plastics?
No.
What are the 3 kinds of plastics we can recycle? What do we call them?
Bottles, jugs, and jars.
Bottles, jugs, and jars. Very good. So you want to make sure it's got some kind of lid and a neck. So bottles, jugs, and jars can be peanut butter jars, can be soda bottles. This one has cooking oil in it, shampoo bottles, laundry detergent, milk jugs, all kinds of things that we can recycle. But it's got to be a bottle, jug, or a jar. Let's see if we can line some of these up here. What else? What else can we recycle?
We can recycle like paper.
Paper, yes. So we can do mail, office paper, school paper, any of that kind of paper we can recycle. Catalogs, junk mail, we want to recycle all of that. Now there is a kind of paper we don't recycle, and that is tissues, napkins, and like paper towels. Those are usually too dirty and too yucky to put in our recycle bin. So those we want to throw away in the trash can, but the other paper we can recycle. What's another one?
Cardboard.
Cardboard, good job. So we are all getting, I don't know about you, Mrs. Chapman, we're getting a lot of cardboard at our house right now. Lots of boxes coming in. So any of those boxes from Amazon or UPS or FedEx, any of that cardboard we can recycle in our recycle bin. And cardboard's really good to make back into paper or into other products. So what's something else? What else can we recycle?
Cans.
Cans, excellent. Yes, so we have 2 kinds. What are these made out of?
Metal.
Metal, that's right. What's this one? Do you know?
Aluminum.
That one's aluminum. What's this one?
Metal.
Steel.
Steel. Yep,
Steel.
this one's made of steel. So we can take your metal cans. So your tuna cans, soup cans, soda cans, cat food cans, all those can go in our recycle bin. Every can. We can recycle all of them. So you can remember that. What else? What else can we recycle? There's something else.
Glass.
Okay, so glass, that's a good thought. So glass jars and bottles we can recycle, but not in our recycle bin.
At
So
the
you,
recycle place.
yes, at the recycle place. So you can take them to any of the collection and recycling centers and they'll be made into new products, but they have to go separately. They can't go to the recycling center because they get broken and they mess up the machinery. So they have to go in a separate container at the recycle center to be recycled. So we've got one other thing we can put in our recycle bin. Do we know what we call this?
Chipboard.
Chipboard, yeah. So like cracker boxes, cookie boxes, cereal boxes, tissue boxes, all of those boxes we can put in our recycle bin. So there's a few other things we want to remember that we can't recycle,
Paper.
and that's plastic, but it's not a bottle, jug, or jar. So,
And this.
yep, yeah, this one too, and this one. So we've got a
And
plastic fork, yeah, or knife, and a little plastic container that cookies were in, and a yogurt tub. So we're gonna put those over here.
And a milk.
Yep, we're gonna get to that one. Plastic bags, we can't take in our recycle bin, but you can take them to any grocery store, any big box store to recycle, or any of the 4 Rock Hill rec centers, Northside, Boyd Hill, Fuel Park, and Emmett Scott, and there is a box that you can put your plastic bags in for recycling. And like you said, we cannot take cartons. We used to take cartons, so this is new. We can't take milk cartons or juice boxes anymore. They go in the trash. And then we also don't want to take like food wrappers, like this Dorito bag. This is going to be trash. And then cups. So paper cups, plastic cups, and styrofoam cups all go in the trash. We don't recycle those. So we have all of these items over here that we want to recycle. And we want to make sure we recycle just the right things. Because if we have too many of the wrong things, they don't get recycled. Then we have to take all of this and put it in the trash because we have too many things in there that can't be recycled. So when you go home, you can be in charge of the recycling in your house because you know everything there is to know about recycling. And you guys are old enough and you're big kids that you can go home and tell your mom and dad, hey, I can help with that. I know how to recycle. So you can remember what we recycle and help do that at your house. And I have something for you. So your teachers have a packet for you to help you remember some of the things we learned today. You've got this litter bag that you can keep in your car to keep all your trash in there so it doesn't become litter. You've got a pencil that helps you remember to litter, and it's color changing. So when you write with it, it changes colors. You've got a sanitation and recycling handbook. So if you can't remember, oh, was that recycling, or what do I do with that glass bottle? Everything you need to know is right here in this book. So you can read through this and it'll remind you all the things we talked about. It has the information on how to get litter cleanup supplies if you want to do a litter cleanup. And then we have this fun activity book that has different games and different lessons in it so that you can remember everything we talked about in a fun way. So these things will help you to remember everything you learned today. And I want to say thank you for all the things you're already doing in Rock Hill, for recycling and never littering. And Clean and Green wants to say thank you for helping keep our community a clean place to live and play. So we hope you have a great rest of the year. Thank you again to Mrs. Chapman for lending us her classroom and for being our assistant. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call and we'll be happy to help you out.
Thank you.
Thanks.